Yeah, I think to come here after Bangladesh have played a lot of good one-day cricket recently, it's always a tricky place to come to play Bangladesh in Bangladesh. So to have that type of start was good. I think um, winning the toss and bowling, we perhaps didn't bowl as well as we could have with the new ball, the seamers, but then our spinners were excellent. The wicket, we didn't expect the wicket to have as much uneven bounce as it did, you would say. So that was surprising. Normally here at Chittagong, it goes through normally a little bit more. So I think we adjusted well though when we read the conditions and played some good cricket.
Afghanistan spinners obviously always do well against Bangladesh, except for 2 or 3 games, maybe in the last series last year, in the one-day season, one-day matches. They always do well against Bangladesh. So that stronghold, do you think that also played in the minds of the batsmen, that the record that they have?
Oh, don't forget, a lot of these batsmen would have played the Test match where they played well a couple of weeks ago, so they would have had that confidence. But I think the quality of our spinners today was shone through on a wicket that I thought would seem more than perhaps that spun as it did for us. And that was obviously the decision to bowl first was obviously with one sort of eye on the weather. Perhaps it could rain later looking at the forecast. And for our spinners, if it did rain, it would be quite tricky for them to grip the ball. So we weighed that all up with the bit of green early on and the rain perhaps later. We thought bowling first would be the best decision.
Coach, would you mind telling about something Fazlul Farooqi, the only left-arm pacer in the squad, and how do you address his progress? And he got the wicket of Tamim Iqbal 4 in a row. So how do you address his progress so far?
I think Faisal's obviously in T20 is up there with one of the best ranked T20 bowlers. ODI cricket, perhaps there's room for improvement with the consistencies in his performances. Hopefully today he has a bit of a back spasm and it's nothing too serious and is ready for the second ODI, because I would like for him to play again and for him to put in another good performance and back up today's 3 wickets and man of the match performance, and be ready to play in 3 days' time.
Hello, Jonathan.
Hello.
What's the team environment like after this win, and do you now hope to go on and win this series?
I think whenever you win the first game, or if you lose the first game, you still hope you can go on and win the series. So that mindset doesn't change just because we won today. The environment is good, but fully aware that we've got another tough game in a few days' time. We've obviously got 2 days to practice and rest, so we need to get that right and ready for the second ODI.
Coach, 3 spinners that you have, they're quite experienced. Even Mujib has played 50 plus ODIs. But how do they switch between the 2 white ball formats? And they play a lot of T20s as well. Nabil Rashid. How do they switch back to one day?
I don't think it's too dissimilar. I think nowadays the only difference would be the mindset of batsmen is so attacking that it's pretty similar. The only difference is now, as spinners, they've got to be clever, because generally they're only really going to be allowed 4 fielders out, up till over 40 obviously, and that's when you'll see our spinners maybe in the power play bowling a bit, but majority overs 10 to 40, so with 4 overs out, so how do they attack at the right times, but also how do they defend on wickets that doesn't give them much assistance. So today's wicket helped them a little bit, but don't forget they had some good skill in being able to put pressure on the Bangladesh batters.
Also, this being probably the last series before you guys play the Asia Cup in the World Cup. I don't know whether that's true or not, but is there a scope for experimentation with these players? I think of 18 or 19 players on the side. So, is there any chance of that in the coming matches?
I don't think experimenting is the right word. I think finding the right options is perhaps, and finding out about players. I don't like an ODI cricket experimenting. I think every ODI game you go into, you want to win. If I wanted to experiment, I would have been a scientist. So I'm in the business of trying to get the best team on the field at every opportunity. And if that creates opportunity, like today we had a debutant, we find out about that player, and hopefully he can have a long career for Afghanistan whenever we give a debut to someone. I'm not in the favour of giving somebody a debut or a game just to experiment.
So
chance to watch any left-arm spinner like Zio, who is really impressive in domestic circuit so far? He's taken so many wickets. So is there any chance to see him in this series?
I don't know. Well, if he's bowling better than Rashid and Mujib, he probably would play. Yeah. Good.
Thank you.
Cheers.